Shoot, be do. Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Gentlemen After Dark Wednesday. Let me start off with a little disclaimer. I do not own the rights to this here music, but of course, hey, we're going to listen to it a little bit. Just a smidge. Welcome home, Miss 3. Welcome home, the dude, Devin. Good evening to you guys. Thank you for being here. All the way from Facebook. We already getting them chiming in. It's Clutch. He's in the building, y'all. Clutch is here, or I'm sorry, Eric Johnson's in the building. Says, good evening, people. Good evening, beautiful people. Okay.
Good evening.
All the way from the YouTube world, Lolo's in the building. She says, good evening, peeps. That's my brother, V-Rod Busy. What up with you, man? Thank you for being here as always. Appreciate your presence and your energy. All the way from Memphis, Tennessee, it's my little sister, PK. Hey, hey, hey. Is that like Dwayne? Dwayne from What's Happening? Hey, hey, hey.
I thought that was Rod.
No, that was Dwayne.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to go do your homework now.
Wait a minute, you tell me what's happening now.
Hey, hey, hey.
Not Dynamite.
Oh, shoot. Berdina's in the building. Good evening to you, Berdina. Man, the world is small. I had a short little conversation, didn't know that our worlds are colliding as they do. But so it turns out that Miss Berdina knows Owski. That's Three's friend, Owski. Yeah, small world. We all connected. Family. That's what's up. All the way from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He's up, y'all. He's staying up past his bedtime. This is my big bro, Tuna. What up with you, man? I see you, bro. Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate you. So, you guys feeling good this evening?
Yeah.
Oh, well, look at here. It's the mail lady. Well, good evening, mail lady. Good evening to you. She says, great evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. Hopefully you're at home and still out there doing what you do out there. But if you are, thank you for your service. We appreciate you. Except for when you deliver them bills. We don't want that. We don't want that.
Head back.
Right? Okay, Mishan's in the building. Michi, I see you. Hey, Onyx. I can hear it in my voice, in my head. Hey, Onyx. Good evening to you, man. Thank you for being here. Appreciate that. What? You at Disneyland? Can you bring me back some ears? That's all I'm going to ask. Can you bring me back some ears? Make sure they
Black
say
and gold. Black and
Onyx.
gold.
Yeah, they got to say Onyx on it. That's what's up. That's what's up. So we chugging along, you guys. We chugging along. I appreciate you guys for being here. As always, you could be anywhere you wanted to be, but you chose to be here with us, and we appreciate you. Without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce our panel for tonight. Man, it's 2 on the top and 1 on the bottom. Shoo be do. Let's go ahead and get it. Let's get it started with, in her undisclosed location, it is our producer of the show. Well, we name her that anyway, because she does such a great job of making sure that I stay on task. It is Miss 3, y'all. Shoot, be do. Last week it was Indo Smoke. I don't know. What is it this week? Going past you in your background.
It's just a background.
It's
Sage.
just a background. Sage. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You got some sage back there burning.
Sage, man.
Okay. It's our guy, you guys, all the way from Memphis, Tennessee. It's the dude, Devin.
Good morning.
Hey, and it's just little old me. It's your host. I'm representing the Who Dat Nation. I know my team ain't in the playoffs or the Super Bowl. We've scooted over for quite a few teams, including lately the last team to join us. Who want to slap that hand? I ain't even gonna pick on them. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna leave that alone. Anywho, tonight, you guys, we are episode number 4, season number 8. The title of tonight's episode is What's Your Answer? What's your answer?
Okay.
So we're going to just jump right on into this. Fuego said that she's going to be a little bit late. We won't have Snoopy Cliff Mello tonight, but we're in good hands with the dude Devin and Miss 3. Would you agree? Of course you would.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Perfect. So, Miss 3, are you willing to open us up with your thoughts that you shared prior to?
Yes, I am. Let me unmute myself.
Right.
I am. I had this beautiful conversation with a really, really, really close girlfriend of mine. Like, we really had a moment. But we had this discussion about how quick people and women and the advice we're given, like, why didn't you see the red flag? The red flag was right in your face. It's always that. But we just paused and we were like, damn, if we have a lot of red flags in relationships or whatever that is, damn, maybe I'm the red flag. And sometimes we just gotta own that shit. Sorry for cussing.
Run with it. Sure.
But sometimes we just gotta own that shit. Are you the red flag? Maybe that's the question. Are you the red flag and you're in denial of seeing that? If you keep repeating the same thing over and over again, dating the same type of people, are you the red flag? So yeah, we had a really, really good conversation because sometimes you are your own worst enemy and you don't even see it. And sometimes you just got to pause and protect your spiritual energy. Protect your spiritual energy. Do you for a while, like stop repeating the same behaviors because we are sometimes our own red flag.
Wow. That was Miss 3, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get us started right. Some of us are our own red flag. So in conjunction with what you just said, Miss 3, I too had a conversation just yesterday, actually, on my way home, and seen a friend of mine's, and she flagged me down. I was on the bike, of course, and she's like, hey, what's going on? Hey, I watched the show, blah, blah, blah. Really enjoy it. But I got a situation. I got a scenario I want to share with you. Okay. So here's the scenario. I want to hear what you guys think about it. Audience, you as well, please chime in so we can help somebody else in their life. My disclosure, I'm not a psychiatrist, psychologist, nor am I a gynecologist. However, I do enjoy talking to people and learning from people. So we're going to run with it. I want to be a gynecologist. Hey, they make money, right? Let me get that money. Let me get that money.
Never mind.
Keep going. Keep
going.
So here's the situation, and hopefully I'm communicating it the way it was communicated with me. But there is a young lady. She's about 42 years of age. Met this man, I want to say about a year ago. Met this man, and when she met this guy, he was living in a motel already. But long story short, boy meets girl, girl meets boy. They hit it off. Cool, whatever. But here we are a little bit later in time, which this young man that she's dating is about 16, 17 years older than this young lady. Okay, you do your mathematics. So all of a sudden, out of the blue, this guy is being evicted from his dwelling. We just finished talking about red flags. Mm-hmm. Are we ignoring them? Why do we ignore them? Are we the red flag? So on and so forth. Now, my first response, I'm just going to be blatant, blunt. I said, that's a red flag. That was my exact words. That's a red flag. And I get it. You know, real life happens. Real life happens. However, and PK just got all in my head. You got evicted from the hotel when you don't pay the bill. Somebody ain't doing what they're supposed to be doing. And a man is going to hustle. If he's a real man, he's going to hustle, take care of business. But even on the flip side, are you really looking for a relationship when you know that you don't got your beep together? Are you really looking for one? And I get it. Some of us, we need companionship. Some of us need relationships. Some of us need somebody that we can depend on to handle business for us. But in this situation, I guess I'm just looking to offer some advice, if you will, from the panel or anybody in the audience where they can help this young lady make wise decisions for her life. Are you really trying to assume the responsibility for a grown man who can't handle his business and pay his bills? Or you gonna send him on his way and make him handle his business? What do you guys think? What's your answer?
I don't know. I wonder.
We need more context.
I wonder if that's all you've known in your relationships, is to be an enabler, is to be a caretaker. If that's all you've known and you haven't seen different, how do you do different? And if you feel like you're getting the attention, like, do you just stick with it because you love the attention and he loves you despite his situation? Like, I just think it depends. Those are my I wonder questions.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you're right, PK. Life does happen. But what's this plan? Yeah, have they talked about the plan? Now that he's no longer there and he wants to make a different move, is this a temporary move? Like, you need help for the next 2 months. Have we talked about it? Sign a contract? I'm just saying. Like, yeah, what's the plan?
What's the game plan?
Right.
So, and I it's gonna kind of sound like it's kind of going left field, but I read this meme, like I think it was this morning, and it was saying that when people are in relationships or they have relationships with people that have issues such as this one right here, it's like the universe is sending you these types of people because you're a healer. But don't take that and say, okay, well, this is my job and I'm supposed to help everybody else, because you have to make sure you take care of you too. So those people could be coming into your life for a short season. Maybe she might need to say, hey, look, what's the game plan? No, not what's the game plan. What's your game plan? I know what I got going on in my life, and I need to know what you have going on in your life. What moves are you making? What are your thoughts on this, that, the third? Because if you asking me for help, what if you didn't know me? If you're asking me for help for whatever the situation is, if you didn't know me, who would you ask? Because what if you didn't have anybody to ask? Now you have to depend. It goes right back to what you were saying, Ms. 3, about being in your own way, being your own worst enemy. You are the red flag. I mean, it's easy to get complacent in, man, life is just really just whooping my ass right now, and I'm going through this. No, life whoop your ass when you start doing what you ain't supposed to be doing, or you keep doing what you're not supposed to be doing, or you're not doing what you should be. That's when you get a whooping. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When you're doing wrong, that's when you get whooped. Yeah, it's gonna be a little difficult here and there, but I mean, everybody's going through something at some time in your life. So what is your game plan, sir, about like my little brother always used to say, don't ever present a problem unless you have some solutions already. Like, I can't say, hey, y'all, I got this going on and I don't know what to do. Okay, well, what do you think you should do? I don't know. That's what I'm asking y'all. No, it shouldn't go like that. Hey, I got this problem and I'm thinking about this, but then again, I'm thinking about this. What y'all think? Now I can get some feedback, because at least I got something. At least I'm trying to throw a knife in the dark instead of just depending on somebody else. And as for her, there could be a situation where she may be an enabler, or she may be codependent, which is where she is fulfilled when she's helping somebody else, but not doing it for herself. I'm not saying it's what it is. I'm just saying that's a possibility.
And I don't have any objections to help, because we all need some help at one point or another in our lives, probably more than one point or another. But I also feel that I'm a believer in, if you're not willing to help yourself, how can you expect anybody else to help you?
You don't want no help. You don't.
And that's the bottom line. As I went through, not to throw my own self under the bus or my business out there, but as I went through that dark moment in my life where, I didn't have a home. I was squatting in somebody else's house that was going through foreclosure. My friends didn't know, except for those that were the closest to me. And even when they offered, like, hey, you want to come here and stay? My answer was, no, I gotta work this out. I gotta make this happen.
Right.
There was some stresses and some strains and some struggles, but at the end of the day, I did what needed to be done. Every now and then, yeah, you need that support system. Like, I got you. Should you fall down, don't worry, I'm gonna help you get back up, and we're gonna keep going. But don't become dependent, standing here waiting for somebody to do anything for you. You got to do this on your own to a degree. And once you show people that I'm out here and I'm trying to make ends meet and I'm trying to do what I need to do, then people are more inclined to help you, or should be inclined to help you. And then you can open up the door and say, you know what, I'm willing to accept that help. Because for the longest, even to this day in my life, I don't want to ask nobody for nothing. I grew up like that.
Mm-hmm.
You could be hungrier than hungry. You hungry? Nope, I'm good. You starving. But as a kid, my mom programmed that in her children.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go over here. I don't care how much food you see. You're not gonna go over there and act like you starving. That's what you're not gonna do. Oh, you guys want something there? No, thank you. We over there dying, want everything that they got to offer. But nope.
That's where pride
wasn't
comes
going
in.
down.
That's that pride. That's that. It'll hurt you. That will hurt you.
Yeah.
You don't learn to break that. But I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like, look, when we get home, man, hot dogs, they got everything over here. But that was what you were told. You better do what she said. Because now, if she gets embarrassed, or your parents get embarrassed, now you got an even bigger problem. You probably ain't going to eat now.
Right.
Nowhere.
Right. Berdina says they need to be able to hold their own, or truly showing they are going through it, but have solutions to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
If someone is not an asset to you or make you a better person by being with you, they really are not for you. We have to hit bottom sometimes to make ourselves get up and move. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, Berdina. Damon DJ Jackson, I see you, man. Thank you for being here. Nickel G, what up, though? I see you, man. Yeah. And sometimes hitting rock bottom, sometimes you hit rock bottom and you right there. And sometimes you hit rock bottom and you bounce up like, whoa, that's what I needed to keep moving. 16-year gap between both parties. I'm sorry, but you're a grown man. By this time, you should be trying to help this young lady do whatever it is that she's doing. I ain't saying take on her whole responsibility, but you're supposed to be an asset to her.
You're grown ass man.
When you met me, I was living where I was living, and you done shucks that off. If the flag ain't red and waving strongly, I don't know no better time to wave it at that point. Then. Wow. Yeah. Then that point.
Yeah.
So I don't know. To my young lady, if you are watching tonight, you just be cautious. Be careful. I talked to another friend of mine's and gave the situation, the scenario, and the first thing that came to their mind was, is that person a pedophile? Because you're this old, you're living in a motel, you've been living in a motel for a while, you're self-employed, you should be able to have generated something. And I get it. Again, real life is happening. COVID didn't happen. Life ain't as easy as it used to be. Some of us are using, by any means necessary to have some shelter, but there are a lot of variables out there, unanswered questions that you often have to ask.
Yeah.
Could it be? Would it be? Is it a possibility? What's going on? You got to ask that.
You on the run from the law? I mean, yeah, you got a point. That's a lot of yeah. I mean, like I said earlier, everybody has times where everybody has fallen on hard times in some point in their life, in some area of their life.
Right.
And I'm sorry, it is what it is. It's no excuse, because if nobody else can say, hey, well, this is happening to me and I'm gonna fight through it, then nobody else can say, well, this is happening to me and I'm gonna fight through it. I can't fight through it. No, everybody can. Right. And if you do actually, like, I need help, ask. Right. And then do the work. You can't say, hey, man, can you help me pick this table up? And they say, oh, okay, yeah. And then they grab the end, and then you just looking at them. I'm helping you. So why am I doing more of the work of your work than you are? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you gotta like pull your bootstraps up and get with the program. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easy or hard, but I mean, we talk about the C word. A lot of people came up. We talk about the people that were hurt by all the stuff that went on in the last 2 or 3 years, but a lot of people came up like, you know what? I'm gonna start a business. I can't find a job, so I'm gonna start a business. I can't keep a job, so I'm gonna start my own business. I'm gonna work with my cousin. I'm gonna do something.
Right.
Legal. I ain't talking about the PPP loan. I ain't talking about that. I'm just saying it's something out there to do. It just depends on, are you willing to sacrifice what you're gonna have to sacrifice to do what it is that you're trying to do. Like on that movie Great Debaters, he said we do what we have to do so that we can do what we want to do.
What we want to do.
Absolutely. So you work first, then you can get what you want after you work for it.
And you work hard. A lot of us we use the hard times, the rough times in our lives as a catapult, a springboard to move forward. Again, I'm always having some conversations. Think of the people who were able to break free from, let's use the streets, gang banging, drugs, whatever. A lot of people don't want to go back to that lifestyle.
Dang.
So they do everything in their power to what? Stay away from that.
Stay out the way.
Once they break free, hey, I moved from this certain community, this location, man, I'm never going back there. And they hold on even tighter to what they got going on so that they don't go backwards. So again, thank you guys, man, for your input on that. I think I think that's a big thing right there. We definitely have to be mindful of one another. Uh-oh, the dude then disappeared. We have to be mindful of one another. We got to help wherever we can. Some of us, we have to remember that we could be the hindrance. We could be the red flag, whatever it might be. We have to think about it. Think about it on the big note. So thank you, Marlon. I see you, man. Marlon said it. Yes, indeed, bro. We all must work hard. Absolutely. Everybody don't want to work hard. They really don't. Jay Jackson, what up with you, man? I see you all the way from Detroit, Michigan. Michael Hines, what up with you, man? Thank you for being here. I see you as well. So I'm gonna just go and put a pin on that one. I'll keep us posted for the future if I hear any more feedback on that situation. Moving right along. I got this. I saw it on Instagram. I believe it was earlier today. And for my fellas, I'm going to pick on us. I'm going to pick on us because we are supposed to be the leaders. We are, we are challenged quite often that we need you men to be leaders. We need you to step up into your role, be the man. You guys heard this before. So, what I'm about to post up is not a question, more like I'm going to read it and we're going to talk about it. And of course, the dude, you're going to be first since you are the
Snoopy. Oh, he ain't here.
Snoopy Cliff Mello. Where you at, right?
I can't do it today. I got to go ahead and take it up the chin.
Here we go. It says, seeing men in their 40s and 50s chasing multiple women, inconsistent, lying, acting like they're the prize. Whole time they have high blood pressure, unused dental plan, and erectile dysfunction. Time to settle down, sir. And before we get into that, let's go ahead and welcome Fuego Fuego to the show. Good evening, Fuego Fuego.
Hi, guys. Hi. Sorry I'm tardy for the party.
Wait,
Right.
where's your slip? Where's your it's the class?
We need a note from your parents.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, the dude? What you thinking?
Oh yeah, I have to answer. Well, I'm gonna have to say that I agree to a certain degree because you have people that are okay. We saying men, so you have men in their 40s and 50s, and they're still looking for who they are. So, in order for them to not know who they are, that's a void that's inside of them. So now they're chasing multiple women, and you see what I'm saying? They're trying to fill a void that can't nobody fill with them, and they're constantly trying to go outside of themselves to fill a void that only they can fill. They don't even know who they are, and it might sound bad, but it's a lot of people that are older, up in age, and they don't know who they are, not because they don't care, but because of their conditioning, how they were raised, and just they've become content with how they've lived their last 20 or 30 years. Like, okay, I got this job. I've been working at this job for 20, 30 years, and I make money. I'm gonna do what I want to do. But the settling down part, they can't do that because it's like I can't stop until I get what I'm looking for. And everywhere you look, it's not there. So as long as you constantly looking for something and you never find it, you will always be on the go. You ever lost your keys in the house and you getting ready to go somewhere? You ain't finna sit down. Hey man, you sitting on my keys? No. Hey man, get up. Let me see. You finna move the whole planet to try to find your keys. So just imagine if those keys was that emotion of self-love. You need love, but you need to give it to yourself. But you're looking for other people to get it. So now, when it says that he's going to multiple women, I'm not saying it's okay. What I'm saying is he's trying to find what he's looking for in her. No, her. No, her. Maybe, but no. Well, let me go back over here, and it's just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And he's not finding what he's looking for because he's looking everywhere with what he should be looking for, and that's within. So, on that, I'd be like, yeah, that's one of those things. But at the same time, you do have some cats, and man, come on, man, you established. You know what it is. You're trying to. I don't know what you're trying to do. You know, some people get off on being seeming important. You know, I got all this stuff going on with me, so I'm a superstar. I got fans. I got groupies. You're a regular person like everybody else. You're not a celebrity, but in your mind, you feel like you are because a lot of people know your name. Or a lot of people know who you are, or you're popular in a certain area of life, whatever the case is. And that doesn't mean that you are a celebrity. That just means that a lot of people know who you are. That don't mean that everybody loves you. You might know 1,000 people. How many of them can you call and say, hey man, I'm going through something right now. I need somebody to talk to? Out of 1,000 people, maybe 1, 2. That's bullshit. You know, so you have those fake celebrities who feel like they're gonna just, you're not gonna get any younger. Every second you breathe, you're getting older and older and older. So, yeah, it's time to sit down somewhere. For both sides, it's time to sit down, relax, and say, okay, let me take a self-evaluation of myself and see what it is that I'm missing, and let me see where else I can find it from. Because wherever I've been looking, it's not there. Mm-hmm. And we have stuff missing. As men, we have things missing inside of us, and we try to figure out everything we can to feel that, but the right thing. And it might be just, you know what, let me stop going out so much. Let me stop messing with all these different women. Matter of fact, let me stop messing with all these women, period, and just chill and let it come to me. And stop going out. Let me I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna find me a woman that's gonna be the one I want to be with for the rest of my life. You're not gonna find it. You're not gonna find it. It's gonna find you. So trying to say that. And you know, erectile dysfunction, you know where that comes from. You say high blood pressure and erectile dysfunction. You get high blood pressure, you start taking this medication. The medication is making you have erectile dysfunction. Now you got to go get another medication so you can get it back up, so you can keep on dealing with all these women. And guess what you're doing? You're losing money, you're losing time, and you're losing energy. You're losing time and energy. And then you only get so much when you're born. After that, once you depleted it, now you try to figure out, I'm up in age and I can't hardly move, and it's not time for you to die. But you've used up all your battery power. Now what you gonna do? You got 30 more years left, and you're gonna have to worry about somebody else taking care of you, wiping your ass, fixing your food, cleaning up behind you, because you can't do it for yourself, because you spent all of your life splurging all the energy that you were, blessed with in your life on BS. And now you want to calm down and say, I really want to settle down. We ain't getting no younger. No, you ain't getting no younger, bro. You ain't getting no younger.
Damn it, boy. Damn it, boy. That part, though,
you see this dude right here. He like 55, 60 years old. And I'm like, oh, okay. What's she about 21? She can't even go to the store and buy liquor, but that's your girl. Yeah, okay. But your kid's older than her. I'm through. Go ahead. That's all I do.
Go ahead. Okay. That's the dude. The dude Devin, y'all. He dropping them gems.
And we're done.
And we're done.
We're done. No, I'm saying that was
from the male's perspective.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, ladies, as the nurturing souls who are faced with taking care of some of these fellas, we getting up in age, we own blood pressure medicine and all that kind of stuff. How are you feeling? What's your thoughts? And it said, the mic. Shoot, beat dude. Come on, let's go.
I don't know. Like, I don't. In your
speak from an angle like this. Let me help you out just a smidget.
Yeah.
Both you ladies have sons.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure that you are educating your sons on how to be with ladies, treat them ladies, watch out for them ladies. How are you educating them about themselves with the ladies?
Go ahead, Fuego. You have older. Because she has older. I'd say go ahead because she has
older to me.
Right. Like what? Like in what? I don't understand. Like in what context? Like what do you mean about how they should be viewing themselves or treating themselves?
Let's be fair to you. Let me read this to you so you can get it.
Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Seeing men in their 40s and 50s chasing multiple women, inconsistent, lying, acting like they're the prize. Whole time they have high blood pressure, unused dental plans, and erectile dysfunction. Shoot, beat do.
Those eyes.
Hey.
Like because I said Fuego maybe first because I think her children are older. Her son's older than mine is, so the conversation might be different. Like I'm just 15-year-old, so maybe if you want to start.
Well, my sons have had great examples in their dad side of the family of what not to be like. So they try really hard not to be like some of those men that are in that type of situation now. So I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to it's hard for me as a woman to kind of address some of these things to my sons, but from my standpoint, I just try to tell them, I don't know, try to just about treating ladies right, everything like that. But also I have to instill in them about their worth and their health and about their sanity and about, because man, I've had one who just got put through the ringer by his kid's mom and whatever, and not to let that change him and in the way he treated her, and just to keep being wanting to be a good person, not to let that change him and just become someone who doesn't treat women right, because of the one. So
Okay. I could definitely accept and respect that right there for sure.
I think when I need to start having that conversation is, you're going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt in life. Somebody's going to, in a relationship at your young age, and if I was talking to my son, you're going to get hurt. But don't become the person where hurt hurts hurt. And that's typically what happens. People hurt people. And because you get hurt, you, like I think Dev said it earlier, take some time to just do you, because you need to get some resolution around that hurt. Because if you keep moving and keep doing what these 40 and 50-year-old example is, and chasing women and having different women and lying, it just becomes a full circle. But when you get hurt, you gotta get some therapy or talk to somebody about that before you move. I think that's how I would begin the conversation with him.
Yeah.
Because, and he's young, so shit, he's gonna get hurt over and over again. He's only in high school.
Right.
But preparing him, like when you become a young man and go to college, and you're gonna have some horrible experiences, and that's the truth. But I know someone like that who's in their 60s and just a lying sack of shit, like, and still feel like, well, I can go here with her, the other one won't know. I was like, are you serious? Like, and then your lies just catch up with you, because when she asks you some questions and be like, oh, I haven't heard from you in a couple of weeks, that's not like you. Oh, I just needed to chill out a break. No, you didn't. She's not stupid. Like, you too old for that. And I think it stems from, because you've been hurt. You've been hurt in a major way. You don't know how to heal from that. So you just keep going down this path of, I'm just going to keep lying, thinking I'm protecting somebody else from getting hurt. You just going to keep lying and keep lying and keep lying. It's just, yeah. So I went off a tangent a little bit, but I think that's how I would start the discussion. Like, the reality is you're going to get hurt, and how you deal with that matters, because it's going to build character as you become a man.
And turning off the feelings is not the solution, because sometimes you hear like, I don't even feel anymore. They just treating women any kind of way or acting any kind of way because they don't allow themselves to feel like they've just like not going to let themselves go there anymore.
Michael's crazy. Somebody putting out a sack of shit.
You know what, Michael? I call BS. Not on you, but I'm saying when people treat people bad because they've been hurt in the past, I call bull crap, because it's like, okay, somebody treated you wrong, so now you're gonna treat other people wrong because this one. If you're gonna treat somebody bad, treat that person bad, or you can't because they didn't got away. Now you're not with them
right
anymore. So
Definitely.
Now you're using it as an excuse because you want to be a terrible individual. You want to be it's like you want to see what it feels like. I want to see what the fuss is. I want that type of power, because when somebody treats you wrong, it's like they're taking power away from you. So now you want to get your power back by treating other people the same way. It's not, oh, I can't control it. I'm hurt, so I don't know what. No, you're doing it because you want to. Nobody's putting the gun to your head saying, you know what? This woman treated you bad, sir. So the next woman you get with, treat her like, dog her out. Ain't nobody making you do that.
Yeah.
And if she's giving you a reason to be that way, get out of Dodge. Because there go your red flags all over again. Because that means that this person right here is doing the exact same thing that the last person did. Now you have to say, okay, let me stop messing with y'all for a minute and let me see what I'm doing to cause this kind of crap to keep coming to me? This woman treated me wrong. Now I'm with this woman. Now she treated me wrong. Okay, am I a pushover? Because I could be a pushover. And if I am a pushover, this is something I need to check with myself. That's their self-accountability. But if I'm gonna keep blaming everybody, I don't know. I don't know why these women keep treating me bad and cheating on me and doing this to the third. Okay, then change it up. First, change up how you deal with situations. Change up how you are, because we could always improve ourselves.
Yeah.
Improve yourself, and then stop trying to do the exact. Albert Einstein said the insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting
something different.
And some people don't want. I mean, they hear that's dope what you're saying, and they hear that they're like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna change, and they keep doing that ignorant shit over and don't want to do the work. I've known somebody that has started therapy, like, yeah, okay, I got this. Have gone to like 8 sessions and gone deep into some trauma history, and now doing the same shit again. Like, those kind of people, you just like, look, I gave you advice. I'm not going to be in your lane no more. That's, again, protecting my spiritual energy. I can't give you no more advice. You're going to do what you want to do anyway. That's stupidity.
After you get to the point where you didn't, hey man, look, you keep asking me what you think I need to do. You keep asking me what do you need to do about the exact same situation. I told you 3 different things. What do you plan on actually doing about it, and when? Because eventually, sometime or another, you're gonna have to actually do the work and build a bridge, get over it, and move on. But if not, if you want to stay there, another quote from my little brother: you have to leave people where you found them.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're trying to move forward and you come across them, and now you still trying to move forward and they still trying to stay right there, you gotta leave them where they at. Or you gonna
I love what Sean Barry said.
Sean Barry says this one.
Yeah. It didn't feel good to be done wrong. So don't give that same feeling to someone else.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how it should be. That's how it should be.
It should be. Yeah.
Let me go back to, I'm gonna just repost this really fast. I'm gonna give my 2 cents. Chasing multiple women. I could actually pose a question, ladies. Do you ladies actually like being chased? Don't answer it. Lying, acting like they are the prize. Whole time they have blood pressure, high blood pressure, unused dental plan, and erectile dysfunction. So here we are, right out the gate. For me personally, I'm looking like the first issue is self, fellas. Us. We have to start focusing in on us, because a lot of us are not, in a good way, health-wise. Blood pressure is an issue amongst especially us Black folk.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not just affecting Black folk. It's affecting us all, actually. Men, women, we got issues when it comes to health. And guess what? The sicker we become, most of us have children. Guess what our children don't want to do?
See your parents going through some stuff, or take
They don't want to see us going through nothing, and they don't want to be the one having to do the changing of the diapers and the shooting of the insulin and blah, 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 blah. They don't want to do that.
Doctor's visits and all that.
Okay. I have a 20-year-old daughter. We can laugh and joke about it, but as we know, the time in front of us is shorter than the time behind us.
Yeah.
High blood pressure, diabetes, strokes are on the rise in young people, 40, 50. 50 is not old, although I always say I'm old, OLE. But guess what? It's not old. But we are falling victims to those things. So when do we start fixing some of our internal problems before we even trying to do anything else. Oh, I get it. We're going to wait until I'm sick and I can't do for myself. Now I need somebody to do for me.
Right.
And that's not what the ladies are here for. You know, I'm not trying to be team ladies, but it's the truth of the matter. We
And
put ourselves.
if that's the case, you better find one woman who's going to treat you right, and it's someone who's going to help take care of you instead of running around being a dog.
What they say, better find a woman that know the symptoms of a stroke while you play.
For the dog that chases his tail, don't get dizzy. But it's
Symptoms
the
of a
truth.
stroke.
It's the truth. Nobody wants to. We don't want to take care of a sickly person. I don't care if you're a nurturer or not. We don't want to do that, but we will.
Right.
I got you. I know you sick, but you're going to go into a relationship knowing that this person got all these issues. Okay, well, they can have some, but are they trying to make them better?
Right.
Are you trying to? You got the high blood pressure. Okay, I got high blood pressure. I thought I was taking 25 milligrams. Thank God I'm not. Sure. But I take 5 milligrams. That's still too much in my opinion. I really need to get off of those pills, but they will pump you here, right here, the brain.
Yeah,
they'll pump you, you know, with this medication. You need this, when what we really need is
change your diet and exercise.
Activity.
Get your butt up earlier than what you normally, or before you go to bed, do a little bit of cardio, but whatever. So personally, that's what I got to do, because I don't want my daughter taking care of me. I don't. Not at 50 years of age. Maybe if I was 75. Oh, baby girl, I need you. Help me. But I got other issues.
Somebody trying to run away.
And if you go back up to PK, she said it starts with oftentimes.
PK, got it. Boom. Oftentimes, the abused become the abuser because, like y'all said, hurt people hurt people. We have got to work towards healing. We've been saying that like, ooh-wee.
That's our life story. That culturally, that's our life story. We got to work towards healing. And I'm not saying that we're not doing it. I think some people are doing it. I think since the whole pandemic, I think we've shifted a little bit in learning how to take care of ourselves and start this healing process, because we've had to be around our families differently. Those people that are married, they had to show up differently during that pandemic. So I think some of that healing might have started for some people, but absolutely, that is so true. Oh yeah. Oof.
And some of it might have got worse.
And some of it might have gotten worse.
But you know, I mean, this is kind of off subject, but not really. There's another thing that has happened, and I feel like I don't know if it's like that for women, but I know I was told these things. So what happens is when a man, boy, whatever, finds out he's got a baby on the way, right? Now, he's not saying, I'm not going to take care of this, but he's trying to be responsible, and he's going to work, and he's going to take care of his child. Please stop telling people, oh, it ain't about you no more. It's all about that child. Because what happens, I'm telling you my personal experience, what happens is I don't matter anymore, because I have to make sure that these kids that I have are okay. It doesn't matter that I'm tired. I got to go to work. It doesn't matter that I'm hurting. I got to go to work. It doesn't matter that I'm hungry. If it ain't no food they have to eat, I don't, because it's not about me. It's about them. I'm not important anymore. That's what you're telling the person. If you tell a person that says, hey, we have a child on the way, we're getting ready to have a baby. If you tell that person, well, it's not about you anymore, you're telling that person you're not important. You don't matter. You're nothing. Because now everything that you do in your life is supposed to be all about them and them alone. Well, what happens is when you have that mentality as a man, what do? I'm going to go to work. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to go to work. Oh, 10, 12, 11, 12, 16 hours a day, 7 days a week for months and months at a time. What's wrong with you? Nothing. You ain't even got enough energy to tell somebody, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm tired, and I don't think it's physically because I just woke up. I'm mentally tired. I'm spiritually tired. I'm emotionally tired. So when you tell somebody that they're having a child or they have children, and you tell them it's not about you anymore, you're telling them to ignore and deny themselves that same self-love that we were just talking about, that I was talking about earlier about, hey, it's something in me and it's missing and I don't know what it is. So let me go out here and run around in the streets and do this at a third. I'm 50 and 60 years old. That's where it starts at sometimes. Not every time, but sometimes that's exactly where it starts. You know, you got 3, 4, 5 kids and now all of them grown. For the last 30 years, all you have done was make sure that everybody else was straight and you didn't even think twice about yourself. Now they're gone. They got their own families and they got their own jobs. And now it's just you and, you know, your significant other, your wife and your girlfriend, whatever. And y'all can't even have a conversation because you don't know each other, because you hadn't been around each other as a couple. All you have done was just take care of kids and bills and shit. You see what I'm saying? And by the time you get to the point where, oh, I got to start thinking about myself, it's because the doctor told you, okay, you know what? Stop eating all that red meat. Start exercising more. Stop drinking all that alcohol. Stop smoking. The doctor said I gotta take my blood pressure. Once you have to give your health over to somebody else, and how is somebody else gonna know more about you than you do? You go to the doctor with the first thing they say, hey, okay, tell me what's wrong. Well, doctor, I'm having these problems. So now
you're obese. You're obese.
You just paid this dude to tell you what you just told him, and then write a prescription of some dope that's gonna end up having you coming back for some more dope, for some more dope. Right. But guess what? You just spent 3 decades not giving a shit about yourself before you even got to the point where you felt like, hey, you know what? Let me start thinking about myself. Let me start taking better care of myself as a younger person, because as soon as you feel like you get to that point, boom, it ain't about you no more. You got kids. You got to take care of your kids. You're not important.
And generationally, a lot of us didn't see our parents taking care of themselves. So as a young person in my young days, I didn't take that serious. Like, I didn't take the go run, get on a team, go exercise. I didn't take any of that serious because our parents were so busy grinding, keeping the house, paying the bills, trying to make their kids happy, that a lot of us just didn't see that example about the importance of taking care of yourself. I think they can shift now, like friends that are vegan or vegetarian, they're teaching their children. And there's a good amount of young people now that are like, no, I can't eat that, or I'm going to eat differently. And they're making healthier choices because we have different examples now. When I was growing up, I didn't even know the word vegetarian and vegan, like in my house. Like, I didn't even hear people in my community talking like that. So I'm glad that that's shifting a little bit. But yeah, it's what we saw. Nobody was on me like, and my parents, you know, I love tennis. I played tennis in high school, but I didn't play on a team. My parents didn't know, like, oh shoot, we need to sign her up and get her in these park and rec things. Like, we do it differently now as parents because we know.
And so much more is available.
And so much more is available. Absolutely. Yeah. So you're right, Deb. I'm not saying that you're not right. I'm just saying, like, I didn't have the role model. I didn't have the examples of what it meant to be healthy while your community is in the kitchen cooking. No, don't badger me, but cooking soul food, fried stuff. And, you know, that was a daily, not so much but that was a daily menu. And, you know, I mean,
bulkhead cheese and crackers.
They will say like, oh, you know, this is some good food and this is what we grew up on. Cracklers, please, God rest my dad's soul. But he would have his beer and his cracklers, and that was life. Right. And I grew up loving them. And are they the worst damn thing for me? Absolutely.
They're not the best, yeah.
Bag of skins and some hot sauce, sardines and crackers, Vienna sausage and Ritz crackers. Come on, can we keep going?
So I say that to say, in terms of that example of the exercise, and thank God, Fuego, like you just said, thank God there's more available programs now. that kids can get into and exercise and have a passion. You know, I think about my son's high school. I feel like it's 1,000 sports there. So there's no reason why kids shouldn't be busy doing something in terms of exercise. But was that offered to us back in the day? Probably not. Not as available.
Something to think about, y'all. Something to think about. Fellas, we got work to do. We always got work to do.
Always.
Fix it. Fix it. That goes for me too. Fix it.
And so do women. We got plenty.
Shoot, be do. It's
plenty of work to do.
There's some women out there too.
People think you do good and that's all it takes. It's a nonstop ongoing thing. You got to keep doing it.
Right. Brenda said pickle pig feet.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
I mean Bernadina, sorry. I remember. Oh my God. Yes.
Pickle
you go to
pig
the liquor
feet.
store, get a pickle pig feet.
You better quit playing.
Like what?
My mama would send me to the store for the big, that's some big jars. Pickle pig lip, the bag of Lay's potato chip. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. That's what she wanted. Pig lip. Every piece of the pig possible. Yeah, I didn't eat that. Just nasty.
Living high on the hog is what they called it.
Come on,
they
man.
wasn't gonna throw nothing away.
Ain't throwing nothing away.
But
kudos to, if you look at Rhonda, I don't know if you put Rhonda Williams' comment up.
Oh yeah.
The my mom.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is. My mom made sure we had physical. What? My mom made sure we had physical, and today had physicals. Okay.
Yeah.
And today at 60, my doctor said people wish they had my blood work. See there? At her age or at your age. That's because my mom taught us how to self-care. My sister died at 52 because she didn't take care of herself. I think, Orlando, you went to school with us. Really? Oh, wait. I know exactly who you talking about. I know exactly who you talking about. That's my who that sister Rhonda. Okay, Rhonda, I see you. I know exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Miss Womack. We are definitely dying younger and younger. And we are dying younger and younger in silence. We not saying nothing. We dying in silence. We find out something's going on with us and we live with that prognosis, if you will, in silence. And then we leave quietly. So, man. Yeah. Let's fix it, you guys. Let's try to fix ourselves. Let's work on it. If you are in any of those conditions, man, just try to get some exercise. Some. Fuego, you look like you about to be rocking and rolling. You got time for one?
Huh?
You got time for one?
One what?
One question.
Sure.
Fuego said,
not really, but I'm
Fuego, look. Here,
Sure.
take my cup. You can take mine. You see that here. You want that? Take mine. I'm sure you'll like it.
New Orleans.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna make this the last one. We'll have some fun with this.
Blum, blum, blum.
Shooby dooby doo.
So right.
What is the fastest way to calm a woman or man when she or he is angry? How you like that, Fuego? What is the fastest way to calm a woman or man when she or he is angry? Let's go.
I'm weak.
Just say yes, ma'am. Just say yes, ma'am. You're right.
That's funny. Woman or man?
Woman or man?
That's a
Rhonda said romance. Right out the gate, we got romance.
See, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Fuego. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say it depends on the individuals, but sometimes it could be some tacos, sometimes a margarita.
Tacos and margaritas. Here we go.
I don't know. Sex can do a lot. Makeup sex is great.
Okay. Fuego. She coming in. She coming around that mountain when she comes.
Sure you want me to go? But I don't want you to choke on you.
The fastest way to calm down a man, just drop your towel.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe like Mello would say, just prance on in.
Dang, y'all crazy. He gonna get something. I ain't in it.
Hey, here we go.
I ain't
Here
in
we
it.
go.
I'm not doing nothing.
Prance on in with your towel off, huh? Okay.
Look, it depends on the situation, but in the long run, an apology, goes a long ways.
Okay.
Hey, I'm sorry. Admitting fault, or not even admitting fault, just, hey, I'm sorry that you felt that way about it, or whatever it is,
Wow.
I don't know. It depends. It depends what
on
the
situation.
It depends on what
main root of it is.
It depends on what they're mad at. You could be angry because somebody cut you off in traffic. Okay, what Fuego said, yeah, okay, yeah, drop the towel, and okay, yeah, get the oil. Okay, yeah. But let's just say it's something more
not relationship.
Yeah, like not relationship. Like, hey, I went to work and this dude spit in my face. Or what I'm saying, something like that. Like, how you drop the towel and you glistening from the shower when you naked is not gonna get me off of that, because I've been assaulted, and in my mind, I'm like, that something else is gonna have to be done now.
Well,
but it's gonna have to be something different.
If someone comes home and they're upset about something, I think just listening and letting them vent.
Yeah.
No judging, no, just listening.
Okay. That's interesting. I'm and I've been reading our comments from the viewers, and they're pretty consistent with what has been said. Take it off, prance around, all of that physical stuff. Fuego did say, it depends on the situation, but sometimes a simple apology will do. Tacos and margaritas.
I was teasing about that. You can't buy me with a taco.
Can't buy you.
Oh no! Don't do that.
Tacos El Corban. You want some of them tacos or no?
Tacos.
Yeah. But it makes me think. Here we are at the 9 o'clock hour. We've been doing a pretty good job of conversating. Is that the right word? Conversating. Conversing. Which one is it? I don't never know.
Conversing.
I'm a little country. Somebody told me.
I'm country. I'm country.
Somebody told me there was no S in Benihana's, but it is for me, just like there is in Costco's.
Kroger's.
Hey, I'm just saying, man.
S in Benihana's. Were you really doing that?
Hey, we're going to Benihana's. That's right. We're going to Costco's. Those are chickens.
Oh, there's another one.
Which one?
Conversing.
Conversing. Is that conversing? Yeah, conversing. Hey. That's like, is it ginger ale or ginger ale?
Oh, ginger ale.
It's ale.
Ale. Is it ginger ale?
Ginger ale.
Ale, not rail. Black folks say ginger ale.
Ginger ale. It's one word.
Ginger ale,
right.
Ginger ale.
She said, I'm country, New Orleans, right? New Orleans all day long. Hey, you want to get some blue crab? What we doing? You already know. So he said, stop it. Mr. Ginger Ale himself. Miss Ginger Ale. I'm having ginger ale. What?
Ginger ale.
So you guys make me think, and I'm thinking, like, you know what? This might be a great way to go into next week. So maybe I'll give you guys a sneak peek, because I do want to see more of you guys coming back. If you have not done it yet, please, let's get those likes up, comment, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. That's the YouTube channel, Gman After Dark. And if all else, please hit the notification button so that you can get the upcoming notifications for upcoming episodes. But I think next week we're gonna start with this next week.
Blum, blum, blum.
Should sex be the answer for every makeup session? Wow. Wow. Hold your thoughts, because that's how we're going to start next week. Hold your thoughts. See, I gave y'all a little bit. Should we start it? So that give you a chance to get your mind right, get it together. If you want to talk,
whatever.
Let's talk what we're going to talk. You know, y'all want to wear robes next week? You let me know.
Hey,
Here we go. Here we go with that shit. I'm sorry, BK. I've said shit
I'm just saying. Should sex be the answer for every makeup session?
Ooh, I can't wait for next week.
Hey, here we go. That's in the more context, right?
That's
our time, you guys. I ain't listening to you, or you. We're going to see y'all next week. Same channel, same time. Y'all have a good evening.
Come back, y'all. Come back.
Yeah, don't leave.